Hey guys, so let's talk about the profitability of raising pigs for breeding and selling grow out pigs to other farmers. So this is probably the easiest way to make money with pigs, not necessarily the most profitable, but it is kind of the most fun. I guess you don't have to say goodbye to any on the trailer for ulterior bacon purposes. But anyway, so down to the nitty gritty. So pigs typically will have 2 litters per year. You want to try to plan that around the weather if you can, depending on your climate. It really sucks if you have piglets born when it's minus 30, because odds are they're not going to live unless you have a heated barn. But I mean, you can make things happen. So anyway, 2 litters per year, 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days is your gestation period. You can watch your pigs too. You do sometimes see a milk line develop, especially if it's, if the sows had multiple pregnancies, it shows up a little bit better. But those are things you can watch for. So average is 10 piglets per litter. Our Mishans give us a ton of, we average about 13 with them per litter. We average about 10 with our Tamworths, and our Cooney, I think we get about 8 to 10 with her as well. So sometimes you're gonna have more, sometimes you're gonna have less, sometimes you're gonna deal with poor mothering, whether they've smothered them, neglected them, stepped on them, who knows. Sometimes you just don't get lucky, but we are basing numbers off of 2 litters a year, 10 piglets per litter. So I looked up the national average price, which again you can look through with the USDA. I'm gonna put a link down below to that for you, because it's a great resource. National average price for feeder pigs is $79.09. So it could be higher in your area, it could be a little bit lower. But we're gonna round that up to $80 even. So again, higher or lower, and it also depends and varies by the breed, whether you're breeding registered stock or if you're breeding for shows, things like that all play in to that price. So based on $80 per piglet, that's approximately $1,600 annual income potential per sow. However, we haven't factored in the cost of keeping that sow yet. So the cost of feed alone to maintain a sow will vary, but they'll need to consume about 2,200 pounds of feed per year. So that's based on about 6 pounds per day. Sometimes you might need a little bit more while they're lactating. You really want to keep a good eye on their body condition. But we've also averaged up a little bit to account for spilling and to have nicer numbers. So bulk feed, you're looking anywhere from 15 cents to 50 cents a pound. And then Tennessee Tractor Supply, you're looking about 46 cents a pound for feed. And Minden, you're looking, Nevada, you're looking at about 42 cents a pound for pig feed. So yearly, you're looking anywhere from $330 to $1,100 per year to feed a sow or boar. Now, keep in mind, if you want babies, you gotta have baby daddy around, right? You're not just gonna get away with keeping a sow. So there are options to artificially inseminate if you go that route. Typically with AI, just like with dogs, your litter size is likely to be a bit smaller. You could have a friend with a boar and borrow it. Like, there's a lot of other options. So keeping one pair is not likely to be overly profitable for you in the long run. However, you can cut those feed costs down by pasturing, fermenting, buying in bulk. There's lots of ways to lower those costs. From anywhere from like whatever your bulk discount is to 30% is typically what you save with fermenting, and then cutting out feed for pasturing. But anyway, so there's not really a whole lot of room for profit with a single pair. However, you increase the sows you keep and you increase your profit. The other option too is raising those piglets for meat. So we'll talk about that in the next video, because that drastically increases. You don't necessarily have to have a big herd of pigs to make some good money selling pigs for meat, or raising your pigs for meat if you keep a breeding sow and boar. But you need to be realistic with yourself. If you have a lot more space, or even if you have acorn trees or things that you can naturally feed your pigs on your property, that drastically reduces your feed costs. We have about 8 to 10 sows at a time here right now. So we enjoy them. Like, there's something we keep for fun as well. So we're okay with the profit margin we sit in with them, and our feed cost isn't there. So we are making about $1,400 per sow per year. So it's not a huge income from them. We don't currently raise them for meat. We just don't have the time commitment to selling them right now, because we both also work off the farm as well. But yeah, you need to sit down and really figure out what you want to do. Pigs are pretty hardy animals. They don't typically just try to up and die on you. They've got a long lifespan. They've got a lot of usable breeding years in them. They're definitely an animal I'd look at starting with. Again, I suggest finding a breeder that's willing to help you or mentor you a little bit if you're new to this, because pigs can be intimidating, and they can be dangerous. They can kill people. We had a nearly 900-pound boar here that we could not keep in a fence. He had been a show pig. We wanted to add him for some size. He was huge and nice looking pig. He was a Duroc. But he had a mean streak in him, and he would get loose any chance he got. And a 900-pound animal that knows it can get out of something, it can work pretty hard to get out of a place. And Cameron was home alone, and this pig was kind of getting aggressive towards him, and we don't want to deal with that. You don't have time for it. It's not worth the hassle. So he is no more. So you really need to think about what you want. Get some mentorship if you can. Some friends to help. Take a look at the different breeds. We love the Mishans. Coonies are great too. Our Tamworths are good. Yeah, it's like our Mishans are the easiest. They're almost a pain in the butt to try to herd or move anywhere because they're not afraid of you at all. They're too friendly. But yeah, take a look at what you want and go from there. I do recommend pigs on a farm. Like, it doesn't feel complete without them. They do make you laugh a lot. The amount of times we are having to find pigs that have gotten out because we didn't put the fence back up or what have you is far too often. But they are really good at getting themselves in trouble. But yeah, keep all that in mind. They're a fun animal. Again, no different than any other stock. Make sure you like or at least tolerate what you're doing, because otherwise it's gonna seem like just an endless chore. We love it, and so it doesn't feel like work. And even if we weren't making money with it, we would have them anyway. So thanks for watching. Thanks for spending some time with me. Thanks for listening about our pigs. Like, subscribe, check in our videos for our video about making money selling pigs for meat. Thanks. Bye.